Yo, what up, everybody? One Piece chapter 708. I kind of like this Bartholomew guy, right? I kind of like this guy because this dude just completely whips it out and starts pissing in front of everybody. Oh, man, that is so crude. I love it, man. My dude's like, now this is paradise. People are fighting all around me. Everybody's looking. Get a load of the size of this thing. Now watch this big old steam right here. I'm about to piss a whole river. It's just like he's like the dude that pisses in the pool and then watches everybody start swimming. Like he's watching like all like the water change color and everything. He's just like, yep. I did that right there. Like, I love the dude. Like, you can tell he's just trolling. Like, when the dude from Fishman Island, just shows up. And I thought, okay, this guy's going to be pretty damn powerful and pretty interesting since he name-checked Jinbei a couple chapters ago. Man, this dude tries to use the 4,000 brick punch. And all of a sudden, his hand just gets snapped up. It's like all of a sudden, Bartholomew just puts up this barrier and nobody can hit him. I guess that's his devil fruit ability or something, but that's interesting. That's interesting. This dude is completely arrogant. Everybody's just like, I don't like this guy. Down with his head. Oh, he's our hero. He's going to do it. And Luffy's like, what's going on with this guy? Like, Luffy's just watching everything. And I really feel as if, like, Luffy hightailing it out of the dangerous situation he was in was also for Oda to give us an opportunity to kind of skip back to what happened and have Luffy kind of watch the whole scenario, right? To see what's unfolding, because you get this one scene where Jinbei is just fighting and you're looking, not Jinbei, where Bellamy's fighting, you're going, oh snap. Bellamy's actually pretty good. Like, he isn't fodder. I think Luffy needs to see that. And then to see the guy who's associated with Jinbei, that in itself, that's another reason for Luffy to kind of get involved. So, I mean, that was pretty interesting. Again, I don't really care for the Battle Royale portion of this, but what I do like and what I will be paying attention when we do get to the Battle Royale for Luffy's block is like the Zhao guy, right? Like the huge guy who had issues with Garp, and he's like, you're the grandson of the demon. If I'd have known about the existence of Garp's son, you wouldn't even be born right now. And he said, I'm going to take everything out on you. And we find out the guy that Luffy's going to be fighting coming up was strong enough to headbutt and split a continent of ice in half. Like, whew, that's a pretty strong dude. And even though he's older and he's probably gotten weaker, I mean, he's still pretty damn powerful. And like when, Luffy's like, no. I'm Lucy. I'm not Luffy. Lucy. Say it with me slowly. Lucy. 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 No problem. Don't worry about it, Cavendish. We're all buddies. Let's go get some meat. Hey, why do you have issues with Grandpa? Big dude. That's Grandpa. I don't have nothing to do with that. I have nothing to do with Dragon. Never even met the guy. He might be my father, but hey, I don't really know the dude. Chill out. And then Cavendish is like, so you are Straw Hat Luffy. And Luffy says, no, I gotta be Lucy. Stop calling me Luffy. I am Lucy. Lucy. I just love the humor there. I love the humor. Absolutely love the humor. But when all the fighting shows off, it's just like, oh snap. Cavendish is pretty powerful. Like, he's stopping the attack and he's able to push back a little bit. Luffy delivers a solid hit and it's like, oh, Luffy's gonna have to use armament hockey in order to beef up his attacks. Like, wow. Because a single punch wing may able to do this. Like, Oda has dropped a bombshell here. Like, when they start fighting, and then the grandsons break it up and say, hey, that guy's in Block C with us as well. Don't even worry about this. Like, Luffy's going to have a whole bunch of people coming after him. And it's something that Cavendish even says. He says, like, hey, it's just something about your presence. It's unfortunate for you. It redirects all the ire in your way. Like, Luffy is going to be a marked man. I like that. And I like the fact that, Oda did touch on the fact that, the sins of the father and the grandfather. I mean, unfortunately, you are what your last name is. Sometimes you end up paying the price for the decisions that, your relatives have made. You know, you're guilty by association. I like the fact that Oda even tackled that, because that's a very tricky subject. Because on one hand, Garp should be the one who pays for it. You know, Garp was known as a demon to the pirates, and yet, I mean, his grandson's the one that's got to cash in that check that he wrote. I mean, that's going to be interesting. That's going to be interesting to see where Oda kind of takes that part, man. So let me know what you guys personally think about the whole narrative that Luffy has to pay for the evils that his father and his grandfather have done. Let me know what you guys think about that and where you stand on that perspective as far as, you know, family history, you know, because I think Oda has definitely stepped into something that could be bigger, because when you look at what it means to have a surname and to have a family name and that lineage, you know, you're going to be forever associated with that, for better or worse, what goes on with your family. And this would be something I would like to see Oda tackle more. I would like to see Oda tackle more, because I can say for myself, right, and I can use a bit of my family history, right? So for my family, right, with my last name, in the city that my mom moved us to, right? My mom, for a long time, right, we used to live in another place. And then when we moved to the city that I grew up in and stayed for a pretty long time, my family used to own a whole bunch of land in that area. In fact, like, we had so much land that was in that area that it was actually, the town was named after my family. And there's like whole subdivisions and everything that have my family's last name on. And so a lot of the older people, they're familiar with my grandfather. My grandfather used to have a business out there, and like his father used to do stuff. And, you know, a lot of my family had so much land there and did so much for the town and for the city that a lot of older people, when I was growing up, would say like, hey, you know, you're Howard's grandson. You know, you should do better, or I expected more for you. There was a lot of expectations that, for me, I had to live up to. And I would like to see Oda kind of tackle that a little more, because when you think about, Luffy is the grandson of a decorated Navy person. He is the son of the guy who's rebelling against the world government. I would like to see more fallout based on his lineage. I would like to see more consequences based on it. That would be interesting. But as always, guys, if you like anything I had to say, don't forget to comment, rate, subscribe, share. Thank you so much for watching all the way into the end. Have an incredible day, guys.